Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Just 2 days ago, I made this video, and EA hasn't even made a statement. It's the very least they could do is make it a statement and say their plan of action and how they're going to deal with it. And that right there is exactly what has happened. Apex has not only made a statement about the cheating situation, they've also made some changes, and they've come to realize just how many hundreds of millions this cheating situation is costing Apex. And they've acknowledged what they've done so far has not been enough, and they need to do more. Unfortunately, it's not all good news because there is a lot lacking from this statement. But before we get into the doom and gloom and updates of the pro players I exposed for cheating in the previous video, it's better if I kick things off with the good news. So previously, I made you all aware of the cheating situation in the Southeast Asian region and how they actually fired the person dedicated to banning people from that region.
Flashback.
There used to be more people that manually banned, like someone specifically meant the Asia region, except the dumbasses at EA fired him. They got rid of him, and they wonder why all the Asian players are now playing on North American servers. All right, it's true. I definitely could have worded things a little bit nicer to Respawn, but the fact of the matter was I was right. They needed that guy, and they knew I was right because guess what? In their statement, they said exactly this. The human component to successful anti-cheat effort is important, which I agree. The anti-cheat sucks. We all are aware of this. We need real human beings to manually ban people. That is just a proven fact in Apex Legends, and it's great we have that. We've grown our anti-cheat team in targeted regions like Asia Pacific that have been particularly hard hit by global cheating activity. That's their nice way of saying that Chinese have no problem cheating and that it's culturally okay for them to cheat. That's the reality of the matter. You can't sugarcoat it. It's culturally acceptable in China to cheat. So the vast majority of cheaters on the Asia Pacific region are Chinese. In every other culture, you're seen as a fucking loser if you cheat. There's a lot of cheating in the Western world. It happens. But everybody and their dog thinks that guy is a fucking loser. But over in China, they view things differently, that if you have the money to cheat, why wouldn't you? Okay, that's enough of that. You're not allowed to speak the truth, otherwise you might get cancelled these days. Anyway, let's continue with the good news. I went ahead and said the anti-cheat's trash. You guys all know it's trash, but here's the TLDR. More than 6 million accounts have been banned since launch, or averaging around 100,000 a month. That's cool and all. On a free-to-play game where they can just instantly make a new account, that obviously means absolutely nothing, as the hardware ban tools are simply not good enough. But that being said, they also stated we've improved our processes, rolled out additional capabilities, and are continuing to deploy new tools and technologies faster than ever. That's what we need. We need new and better and more. And people behind the scenes working to fix this problem. The single best thing to come out of all of this, I believe, is they're improving the report system, which many people have abandoned using because they feel like it does nothing. But this time they're working on closing the feedback loop. They'll let you know about if they took action on a person you reported. It'll be nice to know if you got someone banned that used cheats against you. But with these new tools, they also need to overhaul the reporting system. Wall hacks are by far the biggest and most common cheat in Apex Legends, and there's no way to report someone for doing that. That needs to be added, and also there needs to be a report option for teaming, which is my first negative I'm going to get into. Absolutely nothing was said about the teaming situation, which would, from a development standpoint, be the easiest situation to solve. I feel like console is getting abandoned yet again in this update. It's a massive player base, and it's an integral part of Apex, yet they seem to not give a about you. Nothing was said about the biggest cheating problem on console, which is the teaming. And I feel like I explained how easy that problem would be to solve here. You know, everything you do in Apex is tracked. How long I hold this gun in my hand is tracked in game, and how long my hands are out. This is a tracked statistic that they see. Every time I shoot my gun, my accuracy is being tracked. If I had aimbot, it'd be incredibly easy to be able to pinpoint it. If you're teaming and you'll be next to an enemy team for a long extended period of time and you're not shooting them, they could easily track that and ban people based off that. It'd be so easy to combat if they actually gave a fuck. Like, they can track everything. You don't think they can set up a system that tracks how long you're next to an enemy team for a period of time in a match? Like, if you spend an entire match next to an enemy team within a certain vicinity and never shoot them, never kill them, you don't think that's something they could easily fix if they gave a shit? It's incredibly easy. I'm not gonna hold my breath hoping they do something for you console guys, but I'm doing my best to get your voices heard because it doesn't seem like they're listening. Because the devs don't seem to listen to anyone unless they have a Twitter following or play Apex Legends competitively. And I wish I was joking. Now quickly, before we get into the doom and gloom, where I'm gonna blast Apex, since they're upgrading the report system, I thought I'd show you guys this video, which is a cheating bot that's actually trying to help you learn to spot a cheater in Apex. And basically what he shows is different kinds of aimbot. They have different strengths. Like this cheater couldn't even one clip a bot in firing range with aimbot. But there's different kinds. He ends up turning on the rage hack, which is right here, which insta-kills people. But there's different kinds of aimbots, which I think you guys understand. There's aimbots literally made to look like you're a normal player, which honestly does make it very difficult to actually know if someone's cheating or just good. Now, the most interesting thing he showcased was actually the Skynade cheat. It's something that I thought was a cheat before, but I wasn't entirely sure because I've seen a team do this. But if you get Skynaded anything crazy like this, there's a chance that the guy doing it is actually just cheating, and there's literal aimbot skynades in Apex Legends. Just another thing you need to worry about. So all in all, this is just a bad player showcasing his aimbot and just showcasing how difficult it is to actually tell if someone's cheating, and all the more reason that kill cams need to be added into the normal game mode and not just in TDM. I don't know why this hasn't been done yet. It's so easy to see when someone's cheating because these cheating bots all do the same thing. They can't help it. They always pre-aim you through walls. It's so obvious seeing a cheater when you spectate them because they can't help but lock onto the red boxes before there's even a player on their screen. And it's the most telltale sign to tell that somebody is cheating. So kill cams would be an absolute godsend now that they're upgrading the report system. All right, future Zeus here. I decided to re-record this entire section of the video because you guys deserve the full story from start to finish on the pro team I exposed for cheating after winning the ALGS qualifier.
Flashback.
There's a legitimate hack that shows you where the zone is ending, and that is what gave this team the ultimate edge. The wall hacks definitely helped, yes, but knowing exactly where the zone was going to end at the very start of every game, I think was what helped this team the most.
It's like they called it right from the start, man. They put a pin down on the map, set up tents, and yeah, they're just sleeping in their hammocks until everyone else catches up about 4 rings later.
Seems like they just knew where the spot was to claim.
I mean, yeah, like they were literally in zone 6, like from zone 1.
Now, not everyone believed me at the time that they were cheating. Some people did their own research and came to their own conclusions. One of them being Snipe Down.
I mean, I think this team is cheating. I do think this team is cheating. After watching 4 games, I think that there's enough to think that they're cheating. I think we have conclusive evidence, and they really do have perfect zone calls.
So I have good and bad news. The good news is a few days after I exposed them, the Cold in Hell roster disappeared off the face of the earth and the second place team ended up getting the win. The bad news is they didn't actually disappear, and we're gonna get into that. But first, let's paint your picture on how incompetent the ALGS has handled this situation and EA in general. For you to understand the Cold in Hell cheating scumbags, we have to rewind the clock to December 20 in 2023. From a team called MDY Red, which is actually just all the members of Cold in Hell, but you'll see why they had to change their names and come back.
Farmers marketing first. Oh my god. That is not good. I'm messaging Jasper to land on Farmers Market.
I love them, I love them, I love them. I see Farmers Market at the top right, I'm going to laugh my ass off.
I didn't actually think they'll do it, can't lie. But I did say in our DMs, are you a man or a mouse?
So what you just heard was someone called Walsh asking his friends over at MDY Red to go land on the #1 place team currently in that tournament to grief them. Now, the person he messaged to do this griefing was somebody called Jasper. Remember that name. It'll be of importance later. Not only did these teams collude in ALGS, they did it on live stream, causing these clips to go viral on Twitter, causing MDY Red to get disqualified and banned from the ALGS. Now, you gotta understand just how stupid you would have to be to live stream any of this, let alone do it in the first place. So these aren't very intelligent people, and they're well known in the OCE community as being kinda shit. So obviously they held a grudge as everyone in the community hated them, they kinda sucked, and they were banned from the ALGS. So they did exactly what you expected. They went and downloaded cheats to compensate for sucking and came back under different aliases, Cold in Hell. And when this arse team ended up demolishing everybody and qualifying for the Pro League, that's where I and others came in to expose them for cheating, because it was blatantly obvious and they were absolutely terrible at hiding it. So a few days after my video, the team disappears off Battlefly, which is the competitive ALGS website, and the second place team ended up getting the win and qualifying for the Pro League. So I go and message pros in that league like, what the hell's going on? Did they get banned? And absolutely nobody had any idea. They assumed they had been banned, but there was absolutely no statement from ALGS, and they were just trying to sweep this under the rug and hope people forgot about the fact that cheaters had won their tournament and qualified. But I'm making a goddamn video about this, so you're not hiding anything. This is absolutely pathetic, and it only gets worse, because if you haven't learned by now, do you think any of these members are going to take a ban to heart and just disappear off the face of the earth? No. Shocker, Jasper returns again, this time Elias Fenfu XD.
I'm gonna run. How much light do you have, Jasper?
I dropped it all.
And he joins Bear Claw Gaming, a team already qualified for the Pro League and in the Pro League, and kind of a shit team too. And suddenly, once he joins a team, they're absolutely dominating because, hey, having wall hacks and knowing where the final zone goes definitely helps in competitive Apex Legends.
Flush him in the phone.
Now you might be wondering, how do I know it's the same player? And this absolute moron did not change his Discord name and join the scrim servers, so immediately everybody in the entire Pro League immediately knew it was him. Now you might be thinking, oh, the ALGS team is busy, they got no idea about this cheating situation, and you'd be wrong. Just because it's in my region doesn't mean it's not well known. Listen to Zero, someone from my region, call out a sus play and call it a BCG play, a Bear Claw Gaming play.
TSM on the BCG juice? Hold up.
What is he
It's
doing?
a bit of suspicious activity on the TSM side here.
Literally everybody in the Pro League knows Fenfu, aka Jasper, has A, played with cheaters before, B, teamed in ALGS before, 3, almost certainly cheating himself. But the best and worst thing almost happened the other day. They were 1 point away from qualifying to Germany, yet they couldn't even do it with fucking cheats. I'm kind of disappointed because I would like nothing better than to see a wall hacker at LAN get absolutely demolished. But at the same time, if this guy had taken a legitimate team spot and their chance at winning, I think that would be an absolutely devastating blow to ALGS as a whole. They need to announce publicly when they ban people and need to take a much harsher stance against cheating. Anyone caught playing with someone cheating should be immediately banned for life from the ALGS. There should be an absolute zero tolerance policy for cheating when it's people's money and livelihood involved. A lot of the people playing in the ALGS dedicate their lives to this and depend on this as a source of income. And to have people come through and use cheats to take that money away from them, I think is absolutely f***ed up. Even though I don't play or care too much about competitive, I still think the integrity should be there and is something that the ALGS team should be taking a lot more seriously, and they simply have not done enough that they've allowed this team and these players play the league for this long and get away with it. This whole situation actually pisses me off. Let's leave this one and talk about the one last thing that needs to be improved, and that is when you ban a player, they should be ridden off the face of the earth. I exposed many cheaters on this channel, and nothing pisses me off more than knowing they finally get banned just for them to go ahead, contact EA and get unbanned. This cheater right here that you are spectating that I exposed in a previous video, that's right, EA has unbanned this account. EA staring through the walls at him, I guarantee you knows exactly what all three are. They're running out in the open. He's cheating! He's blatantly cheating! Ban this guy, ban this guy, and ban this guy! Dude, like this is like the least, not even trying to hide it. He's the whole time just staring at him through the walls, brother. He's tweaking it. Dude, he's not even trying to hide this. Like normally they try hide it a little bit. He's so bad. He's got silent aimbot and walls and he's getting dicked on. He's given him 500, just blatantly cheating. So this Pred wall hacker was only banned for a total of 5 days before he managed to contact EA and get the ban overturned. I'm sure it had nothing to do with him spending hundreds of dollars on the game and having an heirloom. I'm sure that's just a pure coincidence. They don't want money. It's EA we're talking about here. They really have a tough stance against cheaters, don't they? If you get banned and caught with cheats, you should never be able to get unbanned, no matter how much money you spend on the game. I think the system is corrupt and needs to be fixed, because the amount of cheaters that get unbanned should be 0. More needs to be done, and you know it, EA. That is all for today. If you look down below and you're not subscribed, consider it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Massive is so consistent, even at medium ranges, like 75s all day, every day.
Yeah, the Massive's incredible.